Welcome to Our Frame Productions. My name is Chris, and today we are playing some Deus Ex: Mankind Divided. Last we left off, we were deciding to go into a bit of a main story progression because, as fun as it is, wandering around apartments trying not to get killed by armed men, I thought let's go into a story mode where I can sneak around and try not to be killed by armed men. So we're heading back to the explosion area where we were in, and well, here we are.
Jensen, what's wrong? What are you doing here?
Miller sent me to find you. Thought you might have run into trouble.
He said that? Did he use those exact words? Because it's not
Totally your fault. What's going on here?
What happened, Smiley?
1 minute I'm in there running the show, and the next they accuse me of trying to tamper with evidence. Me. Can you believe that? I would never do that.
I think you would.
Never.
You've got the face.
It's our crime scene.
You got the face of a guy that would tamper with evidence.
But try telling them that. The minute they went for their guns,
well,
I
maybe.
decided it was time to shut up
Probably.
and get out of there. They accuse me of tampering with evidence. They're probably destroying all the evidence there is right now. You know, at first I thought this was about Sonia.
Wait,
Sonia? Sonia who?
Oh, just some girl I've been teaching English to. Turns out her husband is a little territorial.
Ah,
you know
yes. Yes. Smiley, you dick.
Right.
Stop thinking with your bottom half.
The thing is, I think I found something in there. Something big. Something that could just blow this case wide open. I just need to get a look at the scan of the blast area, so... Actually, it's a good thing that you're here. I don't suppose you could... Jensen your way in there and grab it for me?
I will Jensen it out. So as we go through the list of content and audio logs that they're going through. So if you don't remember, we are Interpol. We are a super secret spy agency being awesome. They are local police, and they already claimed that the bombing that happened 2 episodes ago was already brought on by augmented human beings.
So what am I
like
looking at?
The instant it happens, like it must have been the augs. It must have been the clanks. It must have been whatever. Now, if you've been following along, everybody in this world already kind of hates me. No, sorry, hates augmented people.
I don't know. Several. They all had guns, so I didn't stop and count them all. There's at least one guy in an exosuit, and my guess is they'll shoot first and bury the bodies later.
We need that evidence.
Yes, exactly. That's the spirit. We need it. But you won't be able to just walk in there and ask them for it, since you're Interpol and, you know, augmented. After yesterday's attack, they're not exactly fans of...
Shut up, Smiley.
So where do I find it?
The forensic team set up camp inside the tourist agency, or what used to be the tourist agency. Get to their setup, grab the DSD with the scan on it, and get out. Easy peasy.
This could take a while.
It actually does. This is one of the first areas where I had a large section of
let's not tell
save and reloads.
One, okay?
And you'll see why in a second. And I'll show you. And I don't care to show how great of a game player I am. I just kind of want to show you guys, at least with this series, I want to show you guys the play of the game and the world and the story of the world. If you want to see somebody if I wanted to show people how good of a game player I would be, I'd be streaming on easy mode. Because some games are just too crazy. Okay, so first rule of Deus Ex and every RPG out there: don't go the directed path. Go the side path. You're always gonna find something. Over here, of course, they have the Jensen-sized air vents, and because I have the rebreather with I use a stat to get the rebreather. The poison gas is gonna last as long as I actually have energy, and because of that, I'm not too worried. I'm not gonna die until I can't find the valve, and then I be like, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. Now there's a couple places I couldn't get into just yet, and I couldn't get into them because I don't have certain abilities. One of the abilities is a super jump, where I can jump really, really high. Another ability are wall punches, and also the fact that I am being stealthy and I am trying not to go and kill people. So this one, he gives me the ability, he gives me the code for the door. The door for, and we'll see in a second. Actually, there's not that much I actually hack into in this area, because by searching around, I find the codes, I find the everything. I also get lost and fall off these damn things. But this also teaches me that I can use the scaffolding that they have to kind of climb like a ladder, and it comes in handy later on the second floor, and you're gonna see why. Even if it does get me killed once or 5 times. All right, so here I just wandered into an area, and it's just secure. It's just one of the security rooms, and the first thing I see is this guy. The guy over there is just staring at me. I'm just like, the AI in games is always weird. You can never really tell, but there's just something weird. It's like, oh, he sees me. Wait, no, he doesn't. Oh well, I'm just gonna make noise in here and steal all the shit. I'm gonna be honest. I have a lot of useless stuff in my inventory. I rarely use gas. I rarely use the weapon. I rarely use any of the weapons. I rarely use any of the hacking material. I rarely use anything. So I just kind of need to find a place so I can just sell them off. So next time I head back to Prague, I need to just empty out my entire inventory. Of course, keeping in the useful weapons, such as the taser and the long-range tranquilizer, that I will very rarely use, but I will use when it's necessary. This one's locked. I just hacked it. It's a mini game. If you understand the concept of mini game, you understand that it's sometimes good, sometimes bad. Whatever. I turned off. There's one thing here. I actually turned off the alarm setting. I come across it later, and I was like, I'm thinking maybe I should have kept it on, but it was too late by that point, and I just ran with it. Okay, so you see that fan over there? That fan actually leads perfectly. That fan leads perfectly into the upstairs area. But because I don't have the ability to break walls and to break things, I cannot go through that fan. I cannot break that fan and make it easy on myself. No. I gotta be sneaky. You know, max out hacking, max out, you know, other stuff. Oh well, my playstyle, it'll work. It's always weird. Every time I'm in a vent, I hear the and I'm thinking, like there's like a rat behind me. He's just following me. Like there's just an Adam, there's a Jensen styled rat just right behind me with the sunglasses, with the trench coat and everything. It's always in my head because I hear the most of this content is, I don't show it here just because I read through it too fast, and also because I paraphrase a lot of it. Okay, so those emails basically say, hey, we found something and we are hiding it from everybody else, but in order to be sure, we've locked out the Interpol. We locked out everybody. We've done a few things. I finally found out what that was. That was the shutters for the windows, which means I came this close to being caught or seen hacking a terminal. That would have been bad. Would have caused a reload. So the stealth in this, okay. Even though I'm playing on hard mode, the hard mode basically just means that I can't. Getting into fights is not ideal for me. Though, because I'm choosing to go the route of the sneaky bastard, it creates. I'm actually exploring a lot of area. It does lock off a few things for me. Where there's like a large group of enemies, it's very difficult for me to go and loot everything. So there's probably a few terminals here and there that are not accessible that I don't get. I'm not looking for 100% completion with these games. I do want to get a lot of the story, a lot of the information, but a lot of the backstory, a lot of the side story, like what happens between, you know, the guy walking back and forth and his, you know, his business partner, who may or may not be something or another, or black market deals, whatever they happen. Like I'm not too interested in it. With me and everything, I tend to focus on the large picture as a whole, and I read through these things super fast just for the experience and for the everything. The world, if you want to, is super detailed and super deep, and it is very. It's there for you to explore if you wish. Right now, for this playthrough, we are kind of just going through the main story. I jumped here because in that room there's nothing. I picked up a hacking thing, and I picked up like a few other stuff. There wasn't anything. But I'll get to my main point in a second, because I'm about to do something really stupid because I thought it would be funny. So anyways, I go back, I try. I'm more interested in the story and the overall like reasoning for what's going on in the world, as opposed to the small and nitty gritty. I like the small and nitty gritty, but if it's very rarely gonna help me in this playthrough. So I decided, hey, I'm gonna throw a smoke bomb. Maybe I can go into the that vent I saw. And then I realized that vent's on the other side of the wall. So I'm just standing there in between 3 policemen. I'm just gonna, you know, I'm just gonna go. Maybe they don't see me. Oh shit, they see me. And then I'm just gonna see. Oh, you know, maybe this is where I'm supposed to go, right? Right? Yeah. Go up the wall, or go up the stairs, get into the 2nd floor with the tranquilizer gun, getting shot, and I wasn't gonna make it. I was gonna be dead anyways. So yeah. So I reload to the previous save file, and I try a different path. And this is the point of the game. Is like, if there is not only one way to get through each area, there are different paths for different styles of play. You know, if you're a sneaky bastard like I am, you know, you sneak around in varying ways. You go through the Adam Jensen shaped air ducts, because they are just Adam Jensen shaped air ducts. It's just how it goes. And then of course, you know, you have some minor hacking. You can open up different areas. If I didn't hack through the entire game, you know, I can just find the codes. I could just find the codes that people leave behind, and I do on occasion just use the codes. That I forget. I actually forget what the security. You know, I realize now that I actually don't think I used the security key. Oh no! I just reread that. That's for the metro. I can use that to enter the metro, into a side of the metro, and I think that'll come into a later episode tonight or today. For example, we're not gonna be using it too much. We are, however, gonna move a box and then find a Jensen-shaped hole again, because why not? I mean, look, it's gameplay. It's a gameplay element that is always kind of just weird in this universe, considering, you know, there are people that are full robots, half robots, exoskeletons, you know, super sci-fi, you know, laser pistols, or not laser pistols, lasers, you know, big guns, and let's just leave human-shaped air vents everywhere, because we need our cold air. God damn it. We need to hide bodies in these air ducts, be they alive or dead.
Nothing here, unless
it's so dumb. It's so dumb. I love it, but it's so dumb. So I decided. So since they both paired up, I came through this one, and if right in this area, right to my right, if I had the arm strength ability, which would allow me to carry heavier weapons, or sorry, heavier boxes, I could move a thing, and I can get into another side area that you don't see in this thing, because every time I tried to go over there, I died, and there was nothing over there. So I decided to go the other way and sneaky my way through the long way. I figured the short route is short, but there's got to be something. So at this point, I realized my inventory's full. It's like, oh no, I can't carry the shotgun ammo. I was just gonna sell it. I just pick up the ammo and sell it. Now this is what I saw. I don't know what it is, and I didn't bother hacking it. So I maybe on subsequent playthrough, or maybe if you play through the game and you do it, you can let me know. I'm not really looking into what everything does in this game. I'm just kind of playing through and doing my own thing, kind of taking it as I go. Speaking of taking things as I go, if you've been noticing, a lot of my LPs and like uploads have been kind of sparser, or like sporadic a bit. I'm gonna be completely upfront about it. If I am not free, if I am not off on that day, which if I am off on that day, I'm not doing anything. The rest of the week, I am working or at school or doing other stuff from like 8 in the morning to about 11 p.m. Oh, and this is what I was talking about. This is the area that if I had if I had arm strength, I could break through that fan, and just come up to this area, but I don't have the arm strength, so it didn't affect me for this playthrough. So I just come out here, go into a different area, and we're good. But so like when I'm not uploading, or when I'm uploading, I'm up to like at least 3, maybe 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, doing an upload, and then going to work or school at 9. So I'm doing this stuff because I enjoy doing it, but you know, bear with me if it's not to your liking, or bear with me if it's not as super polished as some other stuff, because one, I do things my way, and I do a large variety of ways, and two, you know, give me a time where I'm not working 2 jobs, going to school and doing YouTube, and then we'll talk about how frequent and how special my updates are. I'm hopping over because why not? And I was like, oh shit, how does he not hear me? Or how does he not see me? And then I remember that I am Adam Jensen, Robot Master Extraordinaire, and also bearer of the glasses. Sneaky, sneaky, sneaky. So at this point, I'm just kind of choosing the AI a bit. Again, perfect AI is never gonna be a thing. But in the meantime, until I can get a game where it has like super perfect AI, where like actually human reacts, and there's no real way to get it because humans react weird. Oh, and this is what I was talking about. Like if I had arm strength, I could lift that, and I can do something else with it, but I don't know what's under there. So, you know, I guess we'll never know. Unless you watch another playthrough. In which case, are you liking Deus Ex? You better. Deus Ex is fun. Alright, so I sneaky my way over here. And I realize that if I go up, they can see me. And I was like, wow, these guys can actually look up. It's weird. It's very weird for enemies and NPCs to look up. But they can see me, and the room I'm in is actually the airport, or sorry, metro train station holding area. And I find this, look, I'm gonna be completely honest, I find this hilarious. I looked through all of the bags and everything left over from the train, or from the right before the explosion. And then there are, you know, there's the usual. There's credit chips. There's, you know, a 10mm pistol. There's assault rifles. There's weapons. There's like, what the hell is going on in Prague? That random passerbys human or augmented, doesn't matter, have fully automatic weapons just carrying on their overhead. It's like I can't even go through the airport wearing shoes that have laces because that could be seen as a weapon. But these guys are carrying around, you know, assault rifles, a large tranquilizer weapon, and an actual thing that actually says weapon armor or weapon suitcase. It's like, come on, man. Come on. So the room here is just kind of like a secret room. If you can get to it, cool. If you cannot, you miss out on some stuff, but you're not gonna miss out on important stuff. Like, yes, you can use it to buy the you can use it to sell. You can actually use it, and especially if you're going to be if you're a kill them all person, or if you're just killing them, this might be a good spot to kind of just snipe people from, because there's nobody. There's only one way in, and it's through a vent on the upstairs. So I thought I could make this. So I'm gonna go through here, and you can see things. Oh, was that a triangle? I think I missed a triangle. Oh well. Anyways, so if we go through, there's like, you can see like there's a small, I don't know. It's like there's this area that I'm walking across, and it's cool, and I can see that I can possibly jump through everything, right? Well, yes and no. I can, but for some reason, I don't know why, this jump, either I could not make it, or there was something weird. Like maybe I needed an extra height. I could not make it. I tried it 3 or 4 times, maybe 6, and every time I fell and I landed right in the eyesight of about 2 people who suddenly started shooting me. Well, on Deus Ex mode, I can handle about 5 shots and then I die, so it's just a simple reload, and then I come through, because that's how you do in games. That's how you sneaky in games. So I decided, look, if I can't go the direct path, if I cannot go around and above, I'm just gonna go straight through. There was a barrier here that you'll see in a second. And what I do is, like, I cannot get to this computer because there are 3 people there that will look at me very strangely for a split second and then start shooting me in the face. I don't like being shot in the face. I don't know if you know this, but I am very susceptible to bullets because they hurt like a bitch. So I decided, you know what? Forgo the computer. Whatever's there is there. I'm not gonna be able to get to use it. And then I just make a bolt for this. I just make a bolt for this, like this little upward awning. And I was hoping I just didn't fall off, because that would have been so dumb. I was just checking my thing. I was like, maybe I could use my energy, and I was like, it's not worth it. I actually don't use a lot of my energy boosters, painkillers, or anything. It's just, I don't know. The way I play is generally, I have a very high sense of the mega elixir syndrome, where every item I have is just too good to use. So as it's always too good to use, I never use it. And then by the end of the game, I have, like, if I have a storage, I'll have like 18 mega elixirs and take 0 into the final boss. It's just dumb. It's a habit I have, and I picked up somewhere playing RPGs. I need to break it, but it's so hard. It's so hard. All right, so here you see that they have a bit of suspicion, and it's just like, you know, maybe I'll deal with it as long as they don't come in here. I am good. I am good. I'm just gonna go or run away, hide in a corner, and then nobody will know. But I see this, and I get a praxis. I get a stats point. I get a praxis, and I was like, you know what? I've come across too many damn things that have blocked me off because I could not lift a heavier box. You know what? I'm gonna take this praxis. I'm gonna increase my arm strength, I just couldn't find the arm strength for a second. I'm gonna increase the arm strength. I'm gonna be superhuman, and I will not use it for anything other than to lift heavy boxes and move them 2 feet to the left. I'm just gonna like pick it up, move it, and I'm good. I was like, and if I had this earlier, there would have been 3 different paths. 3 different paths that I could have taken. But whatever, it's stupid now. But I was so pissed that I decided, fuck it, I'm gonna use arm strength. Like, cause weapon and all the other stuff, like I'm not gonna use any of the weaponry. I'm not gonna use any of the other stuff. And I come out of here, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. No, what I think to myself is that maybe, just maybe, if I had the high jump ability, I might have been able to make that. I might have been able to hold it. I don't know. I don't have the high jump ability. But I decided at that moment, hey, next ability is going to be that damn high jump. It's too weird not to have. All right, so I'm gonna head back to the main area. I'm gonna head back to the TF-29, my Interpol super secret agent area in Prague. We're gonna do that. We're gonna hang out, and we're just gonna skip the cuts. We're gonna skip the loading scene.
You lead in the case. It's gonna put you inside Gollum City.
The Aug Ghetto. What did we get?
In telecam footage from the attack. Cheng was able to pull some
Okay.
images from it. Trouble is, our new psychologist needs to clear you before you go anywhere.
So I shouldn't tell her about this piece of evidence I've got for Smiley.
Humor the bureaucrats, will you? Bring Smiley your evidence and give Ozen 5 minutes of your time. Call me when it's done.
All right, so they're gonna throw in a piece of
Adam,
they're gonna throw in a psychologist, and the psychologist for reasons.
Fucking cold,
I'll
man. You
talk in a
gotta
second.
hear it.
I have my hands full right now. Tell me where you are and I'll come when I can.
There's an old limb clinic in the Daphne district. It's closed down. Nobody goes there anymore. I'll be inside.
Okay, so we found an area, or they bring in the psychologist for reasons. These are very story driven, and we'll get to that in a second. We hand the DSD back to Smiley,
How's it going? Do you have the scan?
and it gives us a
it's right here.
full 3D scan
You're a
and
lifesaver,
other stuff
Adam.
of the explosion.
Seriously,
Give it a couple of hours, we'll see what we're gonna find.
Another excuse to chew me out.
He left. Where'd he go?
Didn't ask. Didn't think he wanted me to know. Did those state police jerks give you any grief?
They didn't seem to be in a talkative mood, so I left them alone.
See? Without my expert advice, you might be dead right now, Adam. A stitch in time saves 9.
Your
what's
your
on the
goggles,
scan?
man, are just weird. Not nearly as cool
Oh,
as my
that-
sunglasses, because
I have
nothing
no
is cool
idea.
as my sunglasses.
What?
But your
You told
goggles
me
are
you found
just
something big.
I didn't say
goggles
I
are
knew what
weird.
it was, Adam. I said it was something that could blow this case wide open. Now, I don't know about you, but I'm not buying this whole Ark did it angle. I believe what the evidence tells me. This DSD has all the answers we need, from the chemical makeup of the explosive used down to the material in the victim's clothing. I'm sure of it.
Okay, so how long until we're all sure of it?
Oh, it'll take hours to sift through the data, and I'm seeing Sonia later to apologize for any issues I may have caused.
You know,
with the
you
state
again,
police.
you're
And
sleeping
plus,
with a person
you
who's
have other
already
cases
married.
to work
Stop
on
it.
too, Adam.
Stop
I'll
it.
let you know when I find something.
You do that.
Take it easy.
You gotta remember, so we're gonna go talk to the psychologist, and
How's it going?
I have a little bit of a background in psychology. I went to school for it for a couple years, and I decided to change my major to business. But so I have no problem with psychologists. So I'm not gonna be
Adam,
as much of a
I'm
dick
Valero
as I
Zesh.
could be.
I appreciate you coming in to speak with me, and
Also, for
while I
story
know
reasons,
you're
I
probably
decided to
getting this
go
from everyone
be
today,
a bit
but I
more
need to
cordial
ask,
than anything.
Are you okay? I've seen footage from the train station, but being there must have...
Is that what this is about?
No, that was sympathy. This is a standard agent health interview to determine combat readiness. Here, I got you this from the dispensary.
You got me neuropazine?
I like her
Doc,
little
I was caught
hairpin
off
thing.
guard by a terrorist attack. Might have knocked some things out of whack, but it doesn't mean my body's gonna start rejecting my augments.
Yeah.
True, but
So again, the
traumatic
niacin
experiences
is a
can
is a
hornet's
superpower
nest
drug.
into the immune system in
that-
patients with neuroprosthetics.
Well, they explain it better than
Would
I
you
could.
believe me if I told you my body doesn't reject mechanical implants?
No. But my policy is for straight talk only in the room, so if you want me to believe that you're some kind of medical miracle, I guess I'll have to go with it. Please, have a seat.
I am a medical miracle. Do you not
I've
see
been
these
looking over your
sunglasses?
file.
These
There's some
sunglasses
very
are the
interesting
sunglasses of a
history.
medical
Mind
miracle.
if we take a trip down memory lane?
Is this gonna take long?
It says here that you were with Detroit SWAT, but left in 26 to head up
Alright, so it gives you a little. At this point, it's going to give you a little bit of backstory of the humankind, mankind. The first game. Sorry, I'm so
David
tongue-tied right
South
now.
always attracted a lot of controversy.
Yes, I've seen some of his interviews. A firm believer in human enhancement technologies. I wonder if the incident changed his view?
Certainly didn't seem that way on the day.
You were with him then? In Panchea? When the incident happened?
Yeah, I'm just going to educate you, because if you don't know, you'll never learn.
Not at first. I was investigating the people responsible for attacking Sarif Industries. I was this close to exposing them when the incident hit.
You weren't affected?
No.
No, I wasn't affected for various
how
reasons.
did
One of
you
the
work
reasons
with
is because
him?
I didn't do the state
I found out Sarif had
mandated
left for the Arctic
update
installation without me.
to my
I
software,
knew it
and
was
I was
still
like,
in
fuck that.
construction, and most of its workforce was augmented. But by the time I got there, the damage had been done. Is there a reason we're dredging up the past? Because I don't see what any of this has to do with current events.
Don't you? Panchea was the fulcrum, Adam. For you and for all of society, everything changed that day. They dragged you out of the ocean and into a world that hates and fears people like you. Which actually leads me to my next question. So far, no one's claimed responsibility for the attack at Rizika. But with the human restoration vote coming, well, it's no secret Prague has become the symbol of legalized augmented oppression.
And the Augmented Rights Coalition is camped at
We'll
its
learn
back
more
door,
about the human,
trying to expose
the
and
human
resist it.
legislation.
Most of the world thinks of them as terrorists.
We'll see how that goes. I haven't looked into
If
it
turns
in
out
this
they
game.
are
So.
guilty, well, being augmented yourself.
How am I gonna
And this
feel?
is one of the things. Like it is a complex issue. It is a complex issue to have a person like you to have issues. But at the end of the day, Jensen's gonna say it himself, and this is the reason why I chose this option. This is my belief. It honestly doesn't matter. Death is death is death.
This isn't about Augs versus naturals, Delara. This is about terrorism. And in my book, there's no excuse for the taking of innocent lives, no matter the reason.
So if Talus Rucker ordered his people to do this, then
It's my job to bring him in, not to judge whether he's guilty or innocent.
well, look, I think it's safe to say that you have all your faculties about you. I'll let the director know that I'm officially clearing you for the field.
Anyways, this has been
Well,
Chris
it's
from
probably
Off Frame
best that I
Productions.
get back to work
I would
now.
like to thank you
I'll
for
see you
joining
later.
me on some Deus Ex Mankind Divided. Please leave a like, please leave a comment, and of course, don't forget to hit that subscribe button because I will be
You know my
uploading
door's
daily,
always open.
forever and ever. All right, guys, later.